Here we go!
But I wouldn't call them horrible. As for the best ones, they are go over Gravity Falls. Anyway, this is gonna be quite a long video, so grab your popcorn and let's get into the top 10 best and worst Owl House episodes. Number 10 is Labyrinth Runners. Before we begin, if any of you like, or just like any of my picks that you think are in the wrong places, that's completely fine. Opinions exist and these are mine. In this episode, Gus and everybody else go into this labyrinth, which is an illusion. Which nobody at first labyrinth, but the episode's called Labyrinth Runner, so it's a labyrinth. But in this episode, Gus teams up with Hunter to take down Andrew and Gray and the scouts that have invaded Hexside. One of my favorite moments in this episode, and what makes the episode so good, is easily Hunter. We haven't seen him in this episode since Hollow Mine, and since that episode, I've been anxiously wondering what happened to Hunter, and here we are. Hunter has been living in Hexside for a while, and he teams up with Gus to try to take down Andrew and Gray, who is the illusionist cousin head. So overall, it's a pretty good episode. Sure, it has some minor flaws, but whatever. Now on to number 10 on the worst list. Oh Titan, Where Art Thou was honestly okay. It's not good, mind you, but, it's passable. With that being said, there are definitely some things that I like about it. For example, the Luz versus Eden moment, King dealing with his Titan part, that was in the last episode, Edge of the World. And then Wilf and Steve, yeah. Oh, and also we got the Steve base reveal. That was just spectacular. It's really not that bad. It's okay. Yeah, but the things that I don't like about it, though, I don't like the fact that we didn't see the Hexside squad. I mean, it makes sense why we didn't see, like, Will, Amity, Gus, or even Hunter. But, it's honestly just okay. Next. Agony of a Witch was actually the first episode that I've ever watched. Yeah, let's just cut back to the chase. The fight between Eden and Wilf is one of the best fights in the entire show. I said one of the best fights of the entire show. But, yeah. I honestly think that this is better than the season 1 finale, Old Blood Young Souls. But, yeah. I think the first half was a little bit slow, but the second half, this was a solid episode. When I watched this episode, after this episode finished and after that ending, I said, please, Dana, make more make more episodes like this. I need to see them. Overall, a solid episode. It sucked that the Owl House Season 3 was only comprised into 3 45-minute specials. We had thanks to them, For the Future, and Watching and Dreaming, all of which will be talked about in this video. But what sucked even more was that For the Future was leaked a couple weeks before it was released, and I had to watch it early, and it's a long story. But oh boy. I'm sorry, but I'm putting For the Future on number 9 on the worst list. Okay, let me explain. I really wanted to like this episode. I really did. But like I already was in enough pain as it was that I had to watch it early because it got leaked. That alone made me not even want to watch the episode. The episode is overall fine. Although I will say, while I was watching Kikimora even here to begin with, they could have had a good role if they actually were involved in the overall plot. I'm not sure how it would work, but it could have been manageable. It made sense to leave Hunter out of the episode for the most part, which makes sense because thanks to them, half of it was Hunter scenes, which is always a good thing, and you'll see what I mean later. But overall, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call this episode pretty bad. At the very least, at least the episode is decent, but the leak made it bad. Alright, I'm gonna move on before I piss any more of you off. Here's one that surprised me. I knew I liked Clouds on the Horizon, but I didn't think it would be number 8 on the best list. But here we are. Clouds on the Horizon has Odalia grounding Amity, Edric, and Emira. So Luz meets up with Will, Gus, and Hunter. Hunter's the best character. To save Amity. They later sneak into the White Factory, or the White... I don't even know what it is. I just went, they're just flexing on us, But they sneak into the something. But they get caught by Kikimora and Odalia. Also Kikimora, you can just go die. And Amity friggin' tries to near damn kill Odalia, which that's understandable, let's just be honest. But then Odalia literally says she knew about the draining spell, which the draining spell is basically Belos committing genocide into the Boyne Isles. But then Alador helps the kids to try to get Odalia and save Hunter from Kikimora. But a few minutes earlier, Luz tells Gus to switch Luz and Hunter's place by doing an illusion trick. So that means Hunter disguised as Luz is with the group in Alador, and Hunter disguised as Luz. What did I just say? Luz is heading head to Belos, and then the episode ends. This was a great episode. I feel like I could have done a little bit more, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. Pretty solid episode. Hootie's moving hassle was somewhat creative. If I'm being honest, I forget about this video. Episode. I keep saying video. What the hell is wrong with me? This episode, honestly, it's just another generic season 1 episode. Let's just be honest. I had a feeling they tried to do something creative. Not all of it is out of memory. It does come to mind, and when it does, why did this episode even happen? What's the point? I don't know, just to introduce Tibbles, friggin' Pigman himself, Mr. Big Boy, Mr. Oink Oink. Yeah, it's just mediocre at best. Okay, let's just cut straight to the chase and say Hunter vs. Amity was the best part of the episode. Okay, goodbye. Wait, you want me to say more? Okay, I will. I like the new location, even if we've already seen it before. Wait, that's the Feast of Purpose. Oh, okay. Hunter was great. Amity was great. Ada was great. Kane was great. Bruce was great. Despite not even being in the episode for more than 5 minutes. Will and Gus were something. And Hootie he's Hootie. Does that answer your question? No? Too bad, so sad. Okay, we're just before Wizards can be summed up really quickly. This episode was bad. Do I need to say more? I mean, for season 1 standards, it's passable, but comparing to all the other episodes, it's just bad. Just bad. Just bad. You want me to say more? Wizard. Before witches, which is before wizards. One of the biggest strengths of Valhalla Season 2 is the emotions. And Reaching Out has one of the saddest moments in the entire show. From Bruce telling Amity that her dad died, to the episode ending with Camila. And Alvador actually starts caring for Amity. And this was a couple of episodes before Quads are on the horizon. Yeah, overall a really, really good episode. And might be one of the saddest episodes in the entire show. Like, dear lord, I almost cried. Oh, and also there's a little side plot with Edric and Emra, not Emra. Edric looks like he's done with life, and he helps Ida and Kane find out what Warden Raku turns into a literal beast that is like even more so than Bella's. Did he know about Rain? Pretty good. Really good. It was great. This episode, I really do not know what to talk about here. Because it's just so boring. But at the same time, it's not super boring. I don't know. It's difficult to judge this video. On one hand, we get introduced to... not really introduced. We get more... This is the first episode where we're actually, like, in exile for the majority of the video. Oh my god, episode? What is wrong with you, Seamus? But, yeah. On one hand, we have that, and Principal Bump is as good as he always is. You're probably hearing it's just so filler heavy. Oh yeah, and this is the first episode that has the Basilisk, the Basilex, Basilisk in it. Words, But overall, honestly, I don't like this episode. I'm sorry. I know what they were trying to go with it, though. Like, I understand what they were trying to go for, but it just didn't work for me. Like, I'm sorry. Let's continue. The Yellow House Season 2 finale, Kane's Tide, is honestly amazing. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, but I did. It really has grown on me for the past year and a half. Wait, I don't know. But anyways, continuing off of clouds on the horizon, Moose is heading for Bellows to the Titan's Head, while Alador, Amity, Willow, Gus, and Hunter go on a ship to try to go to the Titan to stop Bellows. Meanwhile, Ida, Rain, Darius, Everwolf, and everybody else arrange their plan to stop the train spell, but Bellows knows what they're up to. So later, Bellows betrays the Collector, as well as Kikimora, and then Moose and Bellows start battling, but then Bellows nearly petrifies Moose, so then Moose outsmarts him by giving him a sigil on a sigil glove. And then Bellows loses his human form and turns into the monster you saw from Hollow Mind. And this is where, this is where it gets amazing. My God, like you can tell the budget went into Bellows' monster form. Like every time he moves, it's so smooth. Like, oh my God. Later, Kane wants to help, so Kikimora, on her temporary redemption arc, brings Kane to the Collector's mirror. Kane releases the Collector. Collector annihilates Bellows with a flick of his finger. But then the Collector stops the drain spell, but things go into chaos as the Collector now reigns supreme and is taking over the Boiling Isles. But then Luce, Amity, Will, Gus, Hunter, and Kane try to go back to the human room. But when Hunter tries to go through the portal, some of Bellows' goop drops on his back, quivers down his back, which could spell disaster under the human realm. But Luce tries to get Ida into the human realm, but Kane uses his Titan powers and pushes Luce, Amity, Will, Gus, and Hunter to the human realm. They knock on Camilla's door, and then the episode ends. What a fantastic episode this was. Like, wow. Honestly, I'm surprised it's better than this, but it does. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. As painful as this is, I have to put Ida's Requiem and number 5 on the worst list. Okay, let me explain. In this episode, Ida finds his old, I forget what happened, like old partner, I think, or something. And so his name is Ring Whispers, and he and the bats confront Darius and Everwolf, who we at the time we thought were like antagonists, which we were soon learned that they were, and you see what I mean later, because that's also on this list, and yes, this list. I'm sorry, it's just, for me. I'm not a big fan of the Rain Whispers focused episodes. They're good as like a B plot, like in the Coven Day Parade episode. Those are really good scenes. Rain is a good character, but I don't like it when like an entire episode focuses on him. Yeah, it's just not good. Well, I said I'd talk about the other 2 specials. So, which is it? Thanks to Them or Watching and Dreaming? Well, number 4 is Watching and Dreaming. Okay, let me explain. I understand that this was supposed to be focused on Luce, Ida, and Kane, and I guess Bellows too. But I mean, come on, you could have like added. No. Listen. Okay, no. Listen. Sorry. But, get it, but like couldn't other characters like Camila, Willow, Gus, Amity, Hunter could have had more lines. At the very least, they could have had more screen time. Hunter had a total of 6 lines. What the hell is wrong with me? But like, come on. Like, it's just, okay, I get it. Like, it doesn't, like, ruin the episode, or finale, whatever. Bellows was amazing in this episode. Like, in season 3, in general, I get, like, he didn't have the most screen time in the world, but, like, he was such a good villain. We saw Caleb, and for the future. But, I get it. So, like, the only reason this is only number 4 is because what I just stated. But Hunter, and I feel like Luce's death came a little too early. And also, we need more King's Daddlines. Or Papa Titan. And I feel like Collector's Redemption was a little bit too early. But it doesn't really hurt the episode necessarily. Also, this episode has some really good soundtrack. It's a shame that it's not uploaded on YouTube. But if I play any of it, I'm going to get copyright claimed, and I don't want to have that, do I? I hate you, Disney. Yeah, and also just imagine what could have been if we had a full season 3. Because like this, it feels a little bit rushed. I mean, the finale was always gonna be rushed. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know. Overall, a fantastic episode, but it has some problems keeping it from being the perfect episode. Because there are 3 more that are amazing, and there are 4 more that are worse. Sense and Sensibility is just Kane episode, which we don't need. Kane episodes, like Rain episodes, are more good as like B plot lines. For example, once again, the Coven Day Parade episode. Yeah, but sometimes the B plots can be kind of repetitive. Yeah, so Kane writes a novel, takes this idea of Uzura, and it's just, yeah, next video. I mean, episode Now, what I just said this might sound confusing, but number 3 is Echoes of the Past. Okay, I know what I just said about Kane episodes being just disgusting, but this is an exception, okay? We learned about Kane's quote-unquote origins, and then, we all thought that, Kane was just this, like, weird creature from the Boiling Isles, but it turns out he's nothing. That's not actually the case. It's in the later season 2. Yeah, but honestly, this episode was spectacular. It has King actually going through some character development. That's what I like about character. Is that like once there's your character, next episode they're like some like midlife crisis. Oh yeah, speaking of midlife crisis, I really do not know how to say stuff for this one. It's definitely not terrible. It does have some good stuff going for it. or it's has it introduces Gwendolyn Edelin and Lilith's mom, and Ruth wants information on she's the humans, and then a bunch of stuff happens. Ruth goes into Applebee's mode, which it is one of the second things I've ever seen. The fight between them is freaking amazing, and the ending was really heartwarming. Oh yeah, and also Imposter Sussy Obata. I'm sorry. Yeah. Not much to say about this one. Picking the top 2 best was a really hard choice, but after thinking about it some more, I'm going with my original favorite. Hollow Mind is number 2. Okay, Hollow Mind is a fantastic episode, a damn near perfect. I mean, it is perfect, though. Don't get me wrong. But, Ruth and Hunter enter Emperor Bellows' mind. Around the episode, there are a bunch of paintings that show him as Philip and his brother Caleb, including him stabbing and killing Caleb, finding a witch who he loves, but Philip kills Caleb, and likely the witch who thinks to them would be one is Evelyn, who Philip or Bellows probably killed too. Yeah, but Hunter, oh my god, he had a mental breakdown at the end of the episode. It was just sad. You can generally feel bad for him in a way. And for the longest time, this was my favorite episode. The reason why I was not making anything but besides Final Battle videos and the Peaches song and a bunch of other stuff, because I wanted to make this video, but make sure I still have a new favorite episode that's not Hollow Mind. Yeah, but recently something came to mind, and something is significantly better. Yeah, but let's get into the upper side first. Okay, really small problems can be summed up really quickly. This is an Hurricane episode, and unlike echoes of the past, this just feels like it was trying to waste my time. Alright, there you go. On to number 1s. And we're finally at number 1 on the best list. So if you've been paying attention to this list, you might have an idea of what number 1 could be. As of right now, my favorite Owl House episode is Thanks to Them. Alright, let me explain. For the longest time, Hollow Mind was my favorite episode of the series, but I kept thinking about it, and yeah, it's Thanks to Them now. I mean, just look at some of these scenes.
You know, maybe you're right, Flap. Even if I'm not who I'm supposed to be, I like who I am right now.
Yeah, gotta make sure you're safe too, Hunter. You're family now.
Oh. Now this mask is pretty gross now.
Let's get back before I...
That's right. You wouldn't want me harming your precious palisman, would you? Oh, but then again, I don't care what you want. Goodbye, Evelyn. I'd like to leave the Emperor's Coven and never step foot in that throne room again. I'd like to study wild magic and learn how to carve talisman. I'd like to attend Hexside as a regular student and play fire derby with my friends. But most of all, I'd like to make sure you never hurt anyone again! No!
Be careful with them.
Me in the back!
You did it to him first.
So yeah, overall, fantastic episode. It's a masterpiece. So many sad moments, so many funny moments, so many just... everything about it is amazing. Now on to the opposite. Now what can be worse than thanks to them? Well, number one is Stems the Breaks Kid. Alright, let me climb. I get what they were trying to do with this episode. Having Ida and Rain meeting for the first time, that I get it. But like I said before, Rain focused episodes do not work. We should have gotten a Ida backstory video, oh my god, episode where like she goes into her origins, not her origins of meeting Rain. Which I think people liked it more. I don't know, it's difficult to judge this episode. Overall, I'm sorry, this is the worst episode of the entire show. And also, we don't even meet Rain until 15 minutes in. Really just sort of bad. Okay, so that was the top 10 best Numbers Our House videos. What were your opinions on the episodes? I'd love to know. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.